Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the vlog Car Connections. Make sure you subscribe, turn on your notification button, share when you can. Hey, quick update. It's been a while since I posted anything on my 1969 Camaro. And I think it's time to do a quick update to give some of you guys that have been following the channel specific to that car. I think I've only posted one, maybe two vlogs on that car. And there's a couple of updates that have actually been done to the car, and some ass kicking the car has actually done to me. And it's you know, one thing I'm going to tell you about old cars: when you buy them, you just got to be ready for them, right? You know, if you've been used to these new rides and these new cars, and you get into a 69 where some of them, where the seat belts around your hip and there's no airbags, and some of them don't have AC, and there's no blind spot monitoring or rear traffic alert or forward collision warning or surround view cameras. It's you're driving the car, and these cars are that old, are going to have issues. And so far, thank God, the car hasn't given me any issues specifically around the engine, which is always one of the most important parts, and also the transmission, which has also not given me issues. But there's other things that, as you're starting to work with the car and you're moving things and replacing things, that's going to give you some pain here and there. But there she is. She's sitting right there. It's what's very weird, guys, at least for me, and I think I'm in a unique position, is it's very weird to go from something that was built everything's very mechanical, everything is hardware, and then, you know, to something like this that everything is code, electric, software. It's just cool to be able to experience both worlds. And I'm going to tell you, I love the Tesla, but the Camaro has a special place in my heart, just because this car, unlike this car, this car drives, it's going to whoop everybody's ass. It handles great. It does everything right. There's no issues with this car. The problem with this car, it has absolutely no character, soul, or persona. And for my Tesla enthusiasts out there, guys, I apologize, but that's just the truth. The car it's just a car, and it does everything really well. Shit, it can even drive itself if you wanted to. And in this, it's like, it's a wild horse. You better hold on to that steering wheel, because if you don't, it might just end up going into the ditch, right? You're going to have issues. It's going to creak. It's going to make noises. But just something about special, that when you drive this car, it's just so much more, it just feels so much more special. It has so much more road presence. And it has way more character and persona. I mean, you name it, it's full of everything, right? It has everything that you can look for in a car. So I wanted to create a quick update on the Camaro. This is going to be a short one. Again, it's always weird to look at that and then look at the power walls. So I'm surrounded by technology, but yet somehow I'm still traditional. And I think it just has to do with the way I was raised. I've always loved Camaros. I like different cars, but Camaro and Chevrolet have a special part in my heart for sure. Pretty much how I met my wife as well. I used to own a 78 Camaro. It used to get hot, no AC, and summers down in South Texas, McAllen, where I used to live at, guys, it's like 99 degrees and like 99% humidity. You try driving around in a black on black 1978 Camaro, that means that the girl you're dating must really love you, right? So, what have I done to the 69 Camaro? So I've done a lot of suspension work to it. I changed all the front and rear shocks, changed all the rear brakes, changed some stuff in the inside, such as the temperature gauge and the oil gauge, because some of them weren't working properly. But the biggest thing that I did recently, and the reason I have this is to shine a light, because you're not going to be able to see what I'm about to show you, especially underneath, is this car became a little scary in driving, just because if you have not driven a car, guys, with drum brakes all the way around on something this old, I swear to God, sometimes I was driving, guys, I almost felt like the car wasn't going to stop. And sometimes, honestly, there was a couple of times I think I'd done shit my pants a couple of times. Because, I mean, I was like, okay. And it got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm head of household. There's a lot of responsibility. I have kids. I have a family. I want to be around for their life. I want to see my grandkids one day, right? And so I was like, maybe it's time to spend a little money to get that done. It did cross my mind to do it myself, but I just didn't have the courage, if you want to call it, when it came to connecting, not the front disc brakes, because that's ultimately what I did. I removed just the front, not the back. When I say not me, I took it to a shop and had the drum brakes replaced with front disc brakes. And let me pull up the hood real quick. All right, little small block 350. Have it on the little trigger. Now don't do that. That car will not turn on. And as you guys can see, if you guys remember my original vlog, we didn't have that, right? So that was my concern, is going through the install, and some of these right here changed to a different diameter, and I just don't have the tools. And again, honestly guys, I just don't have the courage to dabble in this. Maybe I'm just a punk, I don't know. I dabble in a lot of things, but that's one thing I didn't have the confidence. And you're dealing with brakes, and I take my kids on it, and I didn't want to risk it. So I went to a shop and actually had that paid for and done. So I have front disc rotors now, and I have, of course, the brakes. Let me move on this side. Hold on. Let me show you the bottom real quick. There you can see, so you guys know I'm not bullshitting, right? So you can see full disc brakes. There's more parts that probably need to be replaced on here. You know, one thing I tried doing, I changed the end links. This I did do myself, the end links. These are called the end links. And these bushings were in really bad shape, guys. They were literally, when I took them off, they were falling apart in my hands. Good thing that my buddy, Dave, when I showed him the replacement of the brakes, he's like, man, you should change those end links. You should check out his channel, by the way. Shots Automotive. But where I went into pain is I was actually gonna even change the sway bar, and oh my God, I couldn't take it out, guys, for the life of me. So anybody that's watching this vlog that has changed the sway bar in a 69 Camaro, please let me know. Comment down below the steps or send me a video, because I couldn't even find a video. They do have videos of the cars sway bars being changed, but they make it very easy. The problem with my 69 is I have this big brace bar right here, and the bar goes right underneath it. And as you're trying to pull it out, most of the videos I saw didn't have this. And so when you don't have that, it comes down straight down through here, right? Most of the cars I saw that had it installed didn't have this metal, almost like it's part of the chassis in its place. And so this in here, I have the sway bar, I couldn't take it out. And so I'm thinking, in order to do that, I'm probably gonna have to remove this in order to be able to pull up the sway bar. But I just want to give you a quick update that's what I've done. The full front suspension, not suspension, solid brakes have been changed. And of course, you guys can see that red right there, that's been changed as well. And let's see, I also need to change these springs. And as you guys can see, there's like these little metal, you guys can see them right there. And it looks like it's designed so that the spring doesn't go down any further. And so what I'm thinking about doing ultimately is replacing the springs. But honestly, guys, I just don't want to mess with that right now. I get my ass kicked with these cars, and I don't know if it's my age, but when I'm under here and I'm working them for hours, my next day, for several days, my back hurts, my hands hurt. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe it's old age. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's the biggest update on the 69 Camaro. Again, I did the rear brakes already. I just replaced those with the original drums. And then I also did the rear shocks. And then the biggest piece over here, again, I've already replaced, like, changed the oil on it. I did new spark plugs. There's a lot of other little things I need to do. I need to make sure I have a shroud installed. And then the brakes. Oh, and just so you guys know what it cost me, because that's one thing that nobody posts, like how much did it cost to do this? So the actual when I bought it, I think I bought that from Summit, including the disc. It's a kit. That's what they call them. You can find them on Summit. They're kits for the 69 Camaro. I want to say this one cost me, if I remember correctly, I think it was like $750, $800 for it. And then the labor was literally like another $900, something like that. So it's an expensive job, you know, between labor and the cost of the material that I provided them. You know, you're looking at an $1,800, maybe $2,000 job. Again, I'm talking about right now for Houston. Maybe in other areas it's cheaper. And I'm also talking about in the highest level of inflation, right? So everything is very expensive. The shops are, charging a premium right now. Maybe if inflation wasn't so high, maybe that would have been, $500, and maybe my cost of labor would have been more like $600, right? So maybe $1,000 instead of $1,800. But everything is just so expensive right now that I think that's maybe the reason why it seems a little pricey to me. Maybe, I don't know. Have you guys done this in your area? I live in Houston. Did you do it recently? Comment down below. Let me know. That's what it cost me to do this. So overall, the car's been working fine. And again, she's the weekender. I haven't had the confidence to drive her to work. I'm starting to get there, which is good. And I'm feeling confident to put my kids in it and drive them to, a local, burger place or an ice cream shop. I'm building that confidence now to be able to do that. But when you're not rolling on good brakes, you're about to done shit on yourself. And if you have your family with you, they might shit on themselves with you too, right? So that's all. 69 Camaro. That's the big update, guys. Brakes installed. Subscribe to the channel. As always, make sure you share the vlog. Peace out.